Good evening, Kayla. How are you? Hey guys, how you doing? Wednesday, Wednesday. Buchka, Buchka. Oh well, you know, nothing that a little Tylenol can't help. Doesn't feel that bad. Actually, I can wiggle it just a little bit. I can wiggle it. I can hold my phone, but I'm not sticking my hand out to have them. Winzig. Come on, Winzig. Bow legs. They got bow legs. Oh, I heal really fast. The doctors are kind of surprised that, hey, you're kind of fit there, fella. That's the first time that I've been in the hospital for an illness other than Katrina. And, I mean, I've been in the hospital other times, but that was for my hip replacement, shoulder, and all that stuff. But I've never been in the hospital because I've been sick, so that was the first time. Well, I don't know how many's in there. There's one. I don't know if you count cross threads, stitching each hole one time. I don't know, one hole on each side of this. You know, I don't know. I'm about ready to pull them out myself. I don't need to go and have them take them out. My wife's a nurse. Or was. No, once a nurse, always a nurse. Right, guys? How you doing? Do you want to lick the center of the Tootsie Pop? How many takes are licks in it take? Oh. There you go. I have a friend, well, he was just an acquaintance, but he didn't have a colostomy bag. He had the other bag where, like, it was just a straight aisle bag because he didn't have the other. Oh man, that thing, his bag would blow because, well, he would drink and I don't understand why I can. He drank that Mike's and Mike's. He would drink Mike's lemonade and chase with those cinnamon thingies, whatever those people drink, the garbage, fireballs, yeah. And the dude, he couldn't understand why. It's embarrassing. My bag would blow. He'd be at work. That's not stuff that, it's not like a colostomy bag. This was like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? That's another, from the second lower intestine instead of whatever. Is that Jamesy? No, we don't care. Who we got? Oh, the Katrina story. Huh? See, you never know that you gotta go through what you gotta go through till you get through it. And then when you look back, no matter, let me tell you folks, no matter what your journey, man, it's so much better on the other side. And if you don't make it, you're up in heaven anyway. So give it a try. And I'm telling you, man, there's times that there's no way I should be alive. And I have, there's lots of stories, but it's like I said, when I went through the things that I went through, I'm like, man, how much more can I take? I don't, gun in my mouth, just crazy shit. And you just, you get through it, and you look back when you get a little bit older or wiser, you learn how to be a little more grateful and thankful. You look back and go, man, I would live my whole life over exactly the same way right now, with all the hurt and loss in my life, because and not knowing, just go through it all over again. It would be totally fine with me. I had a good life. I've met a lot of people in my life, tens of thousands of people. I've done so much stuff, more than the average bear, and I can't complain. I am grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful for each and every day that God gives me. What more can you ask for? Yeah, sure, it's difficult, but some people live under a tree in the middle of a garbage dump, and just think, oh, if I could just get a shower after 3 months of living at the dump. Sometimes you look and just go, grateful for a little electricity and a roof over my head. Shit. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I got holes in my socks. I'm in pain, I'm suffering, but you know what? Damn. We're still alive each and every day, man. And when you get through whatever you're getting through, sometimes it's years. Don't ask me why. That's above my pay grade, but you'll be thankful you did. So, just with the Katrina thing, I was living in near Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and we were living on 75 acres. That's where I got my southern draw, because me being Yankee and all. But I don't know why. I just guess it may be because I do it well. So Katrina's coming. Man, it's just devastation everywhere, and it comes and it rips through. We lose everything, and it's just not like the building was still standing, but there was no roof. It's just total devastation everywhere. And I lived so far out in the country that it was going to take months to get the power on. But there was a corner store like 4 miles away from my house, and I said, okay, I get boom boom right there, get gas for the generator, make it back. The eye walls here was so beautiful. I was like, and just so, but that was just the first part of it. It wasn't even the bad part. So we just had a lot of rain. Nothing was knocked down yet. So I got to the corner store, got the gas, and all of a sudden, it just got totally black. The trees started falling, 140-mile-an-hour wind. My wife's son and I were driving, trying to get back to the house. Every time we turned down a street, and out in the country, it's not like there's a lot of roads to get back. You're lucky you got one road. There's a power line or a tree fell. You start walking, then you get lost, and it's cold. We were in our pajamas. I was in my bare feet. Man. And so I ended up, we walked, I don't know. It was 11 o'clock at night in the morning, and we didn't make it back till 11 o'clock at night. But that whole story of, there were people along the way. This guy had a gun to his head. He lost his house. It was flattened. Can't find his wife and his kids. He's got nothing to live for. And I took his gun and threw it. And we ended up at the Hattiesburg Laurel Airport off I-59 in Laurel, Mississippi. And we got stuck there. And it's like, man, the windows are crashing, planes are flying because they're all over it. freaking runway and all the little light planes and everything. I mean, it was, yeah. I didn't have you know phone back then, 2005, to record all that crap. But man, so at the airport after they kicked us out, we met this guy there, and this guy had this big truck, and Anthony and I were like, well, what's going on? No, I just got back from Iraq, Operation Desert Storm. This dude was a sniper. He had MREs. He had the hat, the rifles, the freaking credentials, everything. I couldn't believe it. He's like, I can't tell you what I did. Blah, blah. But he goes on these little missions. So anyway, we ended up from the Laurel Airport. We pulled trees, got into ditches, made pathways because nobody was traveling. There was no traffic on the roads because the highway all the way from Arkansas down to Louisiana was just wiped out. There was no road, no traffic, no nothing. You couldn't get, there was no cars. It was the weirdest thing. So we started pulling to get back towards Hattiesburg, which is about 15, 20 miles. So we had to start pulling, and we started pulling in trees and getting around and finding little gully ways, and we made it all the way down to Sanford Road, I think it was. And we started seeing all these lights coming down. It was the Mississippi National Guard. They came with their tanks. Da da da. Thank you, sir. So anyway, we got honored. But in the meantime, I mean, after the ordeal, we got to go to Camp Shelby. And I'm sorry, I'm boring you. So went to Camp Shelby, drank from the boot, from the sand, from Afghanistan and all that, Desert Storm. There was like 100 different booths. Hoorah! And all this shit. It's the greatest thing. I got all these medals and glasses and honors, and that's where I met General Henry, the Raging Cajun. That was the coolest fucking dude, man. He was so freaking cool. Anyway, and then I had Lieutenant, Master, Major, Colonel, whatever his name was, the Mississippi National Guard. And then I got honored for that because after I got home, we went back to New Orleans, and I went down to New Orleans with everyone else. And that's when I saw the devastation of bodies floating in the water, birds eating eyeballs. It was kind of, and I saw, it was so sad to see people with boats trying to save people, but if they didn't have any goods or money or anything saved on them. And I had seen drownings, and I've seen the foot on the head just drowning people, white, black alike, Cajun, whatever people they were. Man, there's nothing I can do. I'm trying to save my life, and I'm on an island, floating in another boat, airboat, but just it's crazy, man. Thousands of people just got wiped out. So you see a lot of stuff, and you go through things, and I'm so happy that I went through it for the people that I met, just the lives that I've saved, the urgency, the fellowship, the community, being together, the prayers. Just man, it was it was a long time ago, for 20 years ago, a whole different society in different ways. You guys all know that, the older people. And so when Irma came down over here, I didn't, I've been through so many hurricanes since then. It was like no big deal, but this was my first big permanent house where it was getting battered. So for 12 hours, man, we had 100 freaking mile-an-hour winds, man. But I'm so thankful that I'm blocked with a forest around me. Everybody else lost roofs right on my own block here. People got devastated, lost windows, cars, and I lost the gutter. And never flooded, though it came up to probably where that water bucket is. And I was like, oh shit, man, it's gonna flood. I had flood insurance, but nobody wants to go through all that. And I went in the house and I told Beth, I said, come on, let's pray. We're gonna flood. No, we prayed, and like half an hour later, I came out. All the water was gone. I shit you not, folks. These canals, the greatest thing since sliced, no, before sliced bread. Round face. Oh my God, is that you, round face? Or is that round face? No, that's not you. But I'll give you something. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, Walker. I haven't seen Walker. Well, Beth had not seen Walker since before I left, and I just saw Walker today. Her poor titties. She's she's nursing big time. Oh, you guys. I have to tell you, and this was the strangest thing in Taylor. I know you're kind of, um, into the astrological or spiritual side. So, lightning struck this tree. Well, I believe it was lightning. I don't know. But when we were coming back, Anthony and I had walked 50 miles maybe in bare feet. And I don't know if you ever stepped on pine cones, the ones that haven't opened yet, the ones with all the spines on them. But for whatever reason, God gave me titanium feet. I did not have one cut on my foot that whole time until I got almost home. And I stepped on one pine cone and it cracked off in the bottom of my foot. Went to the hospital like 2 days later, and it was infected, and that's when I ended up with MRSA in the bottom of my foot. And that was 10 days in the hospital. Hospital didn't have power. Forest General, or was it? It was Wesley Hospital in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. That's where my wife and I got married in Hattiesburg at the University of Southern Mississippi campus. But so the thing with the tree, we're getting back home, and it's glow. This we see this light. It's um, like lime green light, emerald colors, but light, real light. And it was just shimmering with yellow and orange light. Not real dark, but it was just emanating from this like little circle on the side of the tree. And Anthony's like, "Who the fuck's over there, man? Get over here!" We didn't know what it was at first. Somebody spooky with some lights or something. And we got closer and closer, and it would just glow. And I went charged my phone. It glowed for 3 days. We took pictures for 3 days of this thing, and it did not show up on camera. But it glowed at nighttime for 3 days. It was the weirdest. I don't know. So those are those stories and more. And I know the guy who used to change the light bulbs, actually, he put the antennas on top of the Sears Tower in 1973. Johnny Ruccavina. My mom was good friends with him. He was one of the big tough guys climbing up on the top of it. Imagine going on top of his Sears Tower. You got to climb that antenna, which is another 400 feet above already 1,000-foot building. Oh my gosh! And it sways, sway. Uh, so that building sways, and you're up there. They had a helicopter picture of this dude just up there, and there's big freaking light, and just gotta hand it to you. You ever think about those people that just walk up there? Now it's different. Safety's totally different than back then, but that's some stones, man. But oh, used to. You ever heard of Bozo Circus from Channel 9 and WGN-TV Chicago? I used to do the Easter Seal telethon. I used to hang out with Bozo Cookie and Wizzo. I don't know if anybody remembers those guys. Alright, well, I'm boring you. I'll tell you, I slept all day today, and the coons have been here most of the day on and off. Beth's been taking care of them, you know. And hey, I thank y'all for stopping by. I just want to hang out for a little bit with y'all and see how you're doing, and just stay in touch with you, let you know how I'm doing. I love y'all, and thank you so much for hanging out and for your kind words, your encouraging words, and the like. Yeah. You remember Bozo? Bozo and Cookie. It was Mr. Ned, was the Mr. Ned. Yeah. Hey. I don't like this shit. God, I've been cussing lately. Excuse me, folks. I am really sorry. I've been potty mouth over here. Maybe it's because I'm trying to mask my pain. Because I haven't got time for the pain. But Cookie the Clown was the hangout guy with Bozo. Ray Rayner too. I don't know if y'all remember Ray Rayner. Ollie's Treehouse. I'm talking early 70s, mid 70s. Some of y'all weren't around back then. But hey, folks, really, I appreciate you stopping by. I do have to hang it up for now. I'm tired. I'm gonna go back and find my perch, roll up next to Cat, and that's that. Because that's where it's at. You folks have a wonderful night. Thank y'all. Be blessed. See y'all in the morning.